Homemade whey protein shakes. Using bodybuilding supplements creatively. If you are serious about building muscle mass or sculpting your body, you most likely supplement your diet with commercially available whey or soy protein powders, and possibly other supplements. No doubt within a short period of time you discovered the protein shakes whey powders produce may not be the best tasting drinks you've ever had. Despite this, you try to stick with them because your goal is a better body, and a supplement shake that doesn't taste so great is simply a sacrifice you make. People find that the flavor of the protein shake powder they paid a good money for quickly gets boring. If you are taking your protein shakes 2 or even 3 times a day, it can become a real chore. This is when people start to experiment a little by adding other ingredients to make their protein shakes taste a little better. You can soon turn your boring, often tasteless, protein shakes into mouth-watering bodybuilding or dieting delights. All you need to have to get started is a blender and a little imagination. Choosing what to put in your protein shakes. Before rushing off to your refrigerator to blend everything in sight, let's go through some basic principles you will want to consider first. Not only do you want to create the best tasting shakes, but you should also aim to make the most effective protein shakes for your dieting requirements. This is important because there is no point throwing full-fat ice cream, chocolate sauce, peanut butter and full-fat milk all together to create a wonderful tasting fat-gaining shake. You need to be a little wise when choosing your ingredients. So what kinds of ingredients make good choices for your shakes? I recommend using the following tips when getting your ingredients from the supermarket or refrigerator. Watch the video to learn more. Enjoying the video? Then give it a like and share it with your friends to help the channel. Try to keep as many of your ingredients as natural as possible. A good example of this is using natural peanut butter instead of regular peanut butter. The natural version has better protein content and also natural fats that are important in your diet. Fresh fruit should be used whenever possible. Fruit contains the carbohydrates that will fuel your workouts and your day. The complex sugars in fruit are important to any diet, unlike the simple sugars in sweets, sodas, etc. Think about ingredients that will boost your shake's protein content. For example, you could throw a handful of nuts into the blender for a little extra protein without making the shake much thicker. You could add a few raw egg whites. If you are worried about eating raw eggs, you may be able to find treated egg whites in cartons at your supermarket. You could always simply dump an extra scoop of whey powder in there as well. Make sure you have enough liquids. If you get a little too carried away, you may discover your shake is easier to eat with a spoon than drink from a glass. When you first start creating your shakes, it is a good idea to add your liquids, water, fat-free milk, fruit juices, etc., in stages so that you get your desired consistency. Examine the nutritional information for each ingredient and consider the impact it will have on your dieting goals. For example, you may be opting for fat-free, skimmed milk if you aren't trying to gain weight. Always know what your goal is and make your shakes accordingly. If you are trying to shed the fat, you will be skipping the types of ingredients that add too many carbohydrates and fats while trying to increase the protein content. Think of how you might create a unique flavor. You can try things like cinnamon, vanilla, honey, coconut milk, etc. Once you get the hang of this, you will see the possibilities are endless. Making your protein shake. Once you have decided on the ingredients for your shake, you are ready to start. It couldn't be simpler, and if you can make toast, you won't have a problem. It's a good idea to think about the order in which you will add your ingredients into the blender. Always add your main liquid source first so that everything else you add afterwards is easily blended. Following this, add your protein powder and give your blender a quick burst. Now you are ready to add the rest of your ingredients and blend until you get the right consistency. At this point, you may want to add a little more liquids to tweak your shake's thickness. Throw in 5 or 6 ice cubes to make your shake more refreshing. Now you can let your imagination invent all sorts of bodybuilding and dieting concoctions that make your supplement shakes a great deal tastier. Don't forget to share your creations with friends at the gym and people across the world through the internet. You will also discover many ideas other people come up with to inspire you further. Visit websites and online forums for recipes, and you can get some ideas from my site's homemade protein shakes using whey supplement powders section. Happy blending! Thank you for your time. Don't forget hit the subscribe button.